Mic check 1, 2. Do we have power to the booth? So we do. We finally have some power to the booth. We are getting this. So let's get this matchup underway, shall we? Thank you so much for your patience. Apologies for the difficulties. I am your humble host, Alex West. I am also your tyrannical dictator of the SFLm, and in general, your much put upon broadcaster. And tonight, I am actually broadcasting solo. So my apologies for the delay and for having a little bit of this game go without any commentary whatsoever. Appreciate your patience, and let's get this ball game back underway. Shall we? Hit it. Take a moment and let's just introduce some of this team, shall we? Skimizniak under center, 3rd and inches here. He's going to send Goosebusters in motion. And it's going to be a run play to the right side. Room for Rashawn Williams to get through there. Let's quickly introduce this squad. Mike Skimizniak is the quarterback. Rashawn Williams and Frank Udon, the halfbacks. John Osmosis, the fullback. Toby Bonitz, Jamar Shelton, and Lada McBrownski, the wide receivers. Goosebusters and Jonathan Kilgore, the tight ends. Leo Chang, Astro Smith, and Scott Calvin's the line. Skimizniak throwing to his right, and that's a ball that's in the air that Toby Bonitz goes up and plucks out of the sky. 5'11", yet he can still elevate. Don't doubt him now, folks. And this is just a commanding opening drive from the Cougars, who have already managed to march to the 30-yard line with some extremely efficient play calling. It's going to be a strong eye set here. Skimizniak will backpedal. Pressure is coming. Throws to his right. Has a man up the seam, and that's a big first down gain. John Osmosis, the fullback, playing wide receiver. Who'd have thunk it? And what's impressive about this play here is Kmizniak has the patience, has the time, and reads the fact that the pressure is coming, sees that Osmosis has distance from the safety. Safety does his best to try and jar that one loose, but Osmosis showing sure hands there. 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the left-hand side for Kmizniak. Looks like Williams in the backfield. Will be a pass play. Kmizniak with time again. The defense is doing no job containing him. Kmizniak gets a quick 7-yard scramble. He slides, but gets hit as he does. Think you want to take that slide a little sooner. There were some fumbles made by quarterbacks that were trying to make some plays happen with their feet if you watched the last game. 2nd and 3 from the 5.5. San Jose showing a 4-3 front. It'll be a run up the gut for Udon, who has all kinds of space and bulldozes his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. And that is what you want on your first drive of the game. You have a drive that essentially it's almost effortless seeming for you to move the ball down the field. And this is what, to be frank, was expected of this offense. Talented as they are, rife with playmakers at every position. And the punctuation mark is a run up the gut by Frank Udon, who doesn't look like the 6'2", 190. He looks more like 6'2", 240 with that one. 10 plays, 65-yard drive. And now San Jose has the opportunity to respond. Dare I say the obligation to respond. Let's introduce these players in a moment here, as the kick is going to go up. No contract kickers for either of these teams, which is why you see these balls coming so far out of the end zone. Flag on the play here. Could be holding, could be clipping. We'll see what they call. And they will be calling clipping here on San Jose. See the replay here. And yeah, that's about as blatant as it gets. Not once, but twice. The refs are not going to ignore that one, and so an otherwise decent return gets pushed back, and now San Jose is inside their own 20. Brady White, quarterback, has his back up against the wall here. Let's see what he and his halfbacks, Ace Ketchum, and new signee, Ant Tim, in the backfield can do for him. On fullback, Speedy Gonzalez. Single back formation here. 2 receivers to the left-hand side against a 4-3 front. Brady White with time, throwing left side, hits his man. Quick route for Victor Rojas, just a simple out and dig back in, 6-yard gain. Getting Brady White in rhythm can't be considered a mistake. Let's talk about these other receivers, though, outside of Victor Rojas. There's Louis Kaduti, and there's Aiden Teixeira, tight ends Rodney Smith and Sanj Singh. 2nd and 4 with an I set. It'll be a handoff up the gut to left side. Stiff arm, what a move, and that's open space, running and loose. What a job, Aunt Tim. Welcome to the SFLm. Running with authority off that left-hand side. And what's most impressive about this is his first play, and he throws a stiff arm that absolutely sits down Kev Say Jr., the strong safety, 6'2", 215, going up against 5'10" and 182. Holy mackerel. 1st and 10, 46-yard line. On the logo, on the edge of it. Run up the gut. Stuff short. Nowhere to run, nowhere to go. That's Speedy Gonzalez who gets stopped cold. 3-yard gain. Line to introduce for the flight is Rachel Menner, Queen Porter, and Sarah Bergens. These 3 fine ladies make up the front core. We see them paving the way there. I front again. Against a 4-3 set, that's what Philly's been in all night. Coming off the weak side is lots of pressure, but the run is to the left side inside through the B gap. Speedy Gonzalez getting another gainer there, 3, and they're right on schedule, right on time for another first down and moving the chains here. Will they throw, or will they ask Brady White to hand it off once again? Playbook's wide open here. I set. It will be a run to the left side for Tim, who bounces it back inside and gets the first down marker. Excuse me, did someone say this is a true rookie in their first game? Are you kidding me? There's something to be said For people's debuts in the SFLm, there's just a bit of magic every single time. Dakota West having an exceptional 16 of 22 outing for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns in their opening. Other incredible plays, and now Aunt Tim. Births of superstars everywhere, I tell you. There's a pass to the left side, hits Victor Rojas in motion, as it's once again that simple out and dig route. He's 6'6", he's 235, he's just a big body, and that's how you use him to the max. 2nd and 5 here, I set. Gonzalez actually being a fullback this time. 1 receiver way out to the left, 2 tight ends on the right. It will be a blitz from Philadelphia, who stuff all the running lanes and send the house. That's an absolute stuff. Only 1 yard gained for Ace Ketchum. 3rd and 6, and now it's got to be all about Mr. White. Some might call him Heisenberg. 3rd and 6, 4 receivers. Brady White back to pass. Has time all day. Throws left side. Hits his man. 1st down, San Jose. That's Louis Caduti for this first catch of the game. And what I love about this play is just how long the offensive line gave him to work. Brady White had all kinds of time. He had to wait for Lewis to cross all the way from the right side of the field in the slot to the left on that route that took him left. It's not a slant, just more of a left side route. Just a beautiful post. 1st and 10 here. Fullback going in motion to the left side. It's going to be a toss to the left side for Ketchum. Boom! No! Don Rohr stones him in the backfield. Tackle for loss. The Cougars pounce on him like he's a bird. Cat versus bird. We know who wins that one in real life, but this one may not go that way. 2nd and 12. I spread look. Brady White going to bounce back here. Pressure being shown. Blitz coming. Throw to left side. 3rd and 12 after this one is just over the heads of everyone. Brady White felt the pressure. The weak side was absolutely overloaded, and that's the risk you take when you run I spread. You've got no blockers on that weak side to help pick people up if they send overload blitz packages like that. So now it's a trips package on the right-hand side against a dime look for Philadelphia. And it will be a 4-man rush. All time for White, who throws to the left side. End zone. Touchdown! San Jose strikes back, and that's an end zone for Victor Rojas. An absolute missile here, delivered on time and on target. The big body of Rojas is just impossible to miss. And you see in coverage there, Miranda Dumas doing her best, but she's only 6'2", 195. She just gets boxed out by the superlative frame, the broad shoulders. And San Jose will equalize. 11 plays, 81-yard drive. They say, you know what? 1 play longer is all it's going to take us, and we're going to do an extra 16 yards on your drive. Now they will kick it back. Hand in the air. Return will be made. Jamar Shelton here trying to lower the shoulder, but getting pushed backwards as he's met. Still a decent return. Philadelphia will take over on the 32. Let's introduce this flight defense while we have a moment. San Jose's defense is led by the tackles Jack Big Boss and Chloe Meerkat in the center, Peter Merck and Harley Wilson on the edge, linebackers Luis Quintana and Frodo Lagans, and Bobby Green, the Week 3 signing, who was an absolute menace last week, cornerback Steven Goodman and Dustin Sokasi, safeties Ramnar Sudi and Amante Dubois Smith, their undeniable leader and frontman. 1st and 10, Skimizniak will roll out to his left out of the I front. Throwing to left side, looked like he was looking for Goose Busters, but just leading him a bit too much. 2nd and 10, miscommunication on who should have been where. But that happens, it's fine. I appreciate that he's looking to try and get the tight end involved, and he's not forcing a pass where it doesn't need to go. Weak eye set here on 2nd and 10. Goosebusters on the left side of the formation. 2 receivers. It will be another pass. Throwing to the seam. Oh, almost intercepted. Stephen Goodman was there. Had a chance to make a play on the football, but instead said, no, I'm going to lay a hit on Jamar Shelton and deny any chance of anything happening. And you know what? That's fine. If you're not going to bat the ball down, hit the guy who's going to try and make a play on it after you touch it. 3rd and 10. Single back with 4 receivers out there. 3 on the right side. 4 rush coming. Skimizniak has time. He's rolling. He's throwing right side deep, and that's completed. Toby Bonitz found the soft spot and had enough of a lead on separation to get loose for this completion. But Skimizniak, using his feet to buy all kinds of time to allow this play to develop, and with one big shot, they're suddenly flipped the field, and they're on San Jose's 40-yard line, looking to retake the lead. Pass for Skimizniak up the seam for Osmosis, who's on the delayed route. A little bit too difficult. He did a great job playing receiver earlier, but it's not that easy for fullbacks who have just joined the league to be doing that on the regular, folks. So we don't blame him for that one. Someone will get him some stickum here in the next season. 2nd and 10, I front. 2 receivers on the left side. Goosebusters on the right side. 4-3 for San Jose, who's showing pressure off the weak side. Pressure is coming, but it's Toby Bonitz up the seam who gets a quick route and gets a quick first down. There's some real chemistry here between Toby Bonitz and Mike Skimizniak that hasn't always been present in previous games, but it's something they've really been developing tonight, and it's great to see. It's now a quick hitter that goes for about 14 yards. Puts them on the 26. Strong eye front, 2 receivers on the right side. Goosebusters is standing up. It's going to be a run up the gut, but Udon can't go anywhere. Tries to bounce the outside, gets met at the line by Bobby Green, who stops him short. Only 1 yard gained. That's not very Frank Udon-like. This is the man who rushed for well over 100, I want to say over 200 yards last week. Are we sure Bobby Green's just in his 2nd game? 2nd and 9. Once again, same formation as previous. Toss play to the right side this go-around for Udon, who gets blown up at the line of scrimmage. No running, no way, no how. Amante Dubois-Smith says thank you for the tackle. 4 receivers out on the field, 3 to the left side, trying to overload it. Dime look for San Jose, looking to make a stop here. Skimizniak back to throw, pump fakes, and he's sacked! And that sack turns what could have been a field goal into a surefire punt. There's no way that Philadelphia will consider a field goal attempt from this far out. What a job by Jack Big Boss, who comes up and makes the clutch stop there. An exceptional job here by the squad. And there is your first quarter, 7-7, all tied up. And just like I predicted, it will be a punt here just because it's a little too far after the sack. Second quarter is underway, and folks, I am once again your one and only commentator, your play-by-play, your analyst, your SFLm commissioner, your dictator, Alex West, and thank you for being here with me tonight. Great punt here. Pins San Jose on the 8-yard line. Now, their last drive, they were able to efficiently march down the field. 11 plays, 81-yard drive. Let's see if they can do it again. Single back, 2 receivers to the left side, 2 tight ends on the right side. And it's a run to the right for Gonzalez, who does get about 2 yards before he gets absolutely blasted by Philadelphia's defender there. Would have been would have been one of the backups, would have been cornerback Eaton Moss on that play for number 45. I need to introduce this Cougar defense here. We'll get to that here in a moment. 2nd and 8. Sending Rodney Smith in motion. 3 receivers. Brady White will be back to pass, rolling to his right, throwing to his left, and that's a big hit delivered by Miranda Dumas on Victor Rojas, jarring that ball loose, and you have to hit him that hard if you want to make him drop the ball like that with how big he is. 3rd and 8 here. What looks to be a quarters look or maybe a dime odd. Throwing to the left side is Brady, who gets the first down. What a nice little rifled pass that hits the man in stride. Louis Caduti with another clutch first down here. Take a moment here and introduce the Cougars defense. As much as this is a very simple post route, it's a great job, great little pitch and catch. Tackles for the Cougars are Michael Percoco and Rose Steele, and Don Rohr and L.J. Hobbs. Linebacking core is Nixon Cooper, Zachary Babineau, the Week 4 signing, new face, new member to the team, and Aaron Collins. Secondary after this 1st and 10. 3 receivers set. Handoff up the gut. Getting skinny is Tim. Getting 6 yards is Tim. What is it with people in their SFLm debuts? It's just the magic in the air, folks. Cornerbacks for Philadelphia are Miranda Dumas and Eaton Moss. Safeties are Kronk Worthy and Kev Say Jr., and that is your Cougars lineup in its entirety. 2nd and 4, I set. Handoff to the fullback, Speedy Gonzalez, who gets 3. Not enough to move the chains, but enough to catch everyone off guard. 3-yard gain. Only Aaron Collins, quick on the draw there, is enough to save the first down. Now, an obvious running situation. Lots of hands on the ground against a 4-3 look. Pressure showing outside, but it's a run to the inside for Tim, who gets skinny and gets the first down. San Jose's drive is still alive, and their offense has been figuring it out. Both offenses have shown some competency, but San Jose really turning it on here so far on this drive with an effective ground and pound attack. Throw here by Brady White does bounce off of Louis Caduti. 2nd and 10. But otherwise, it's plenty to be happy about so far in San Jose. And folks, I have a simple question for you. How many likes do we have on this video so far? It's not enough! Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you've got notifications on so you won't miss a minute of SFL and SFLm action to help the channel grow through your support. Rojas in motion, 2nd and 10, I front. 2 receivers in total against what looks to be a 4-3. Blitz coming. No, it's a nickel. Pressure coming from Brady, who does somehow almost gets it into the hands of Louis Caduti, who's falling to the ground but unable to snag it out of the air. 3rd and 10 here. Lots of pressure on Brady White to keep this drive alive. But if he doesn't, it's no major skin off his nose. After all, Philadelphia stalled out earlier too. He'll look for trips to the right side. Has time all day to throw. Rifles it over the middle, deep, and he hits his man. Victor Rojas has been the sure hands, the big body, the big kahuna. And he moves the chains for a huge gain. San Jose flips the field just like Philadelphia did earlier in the game, and now all momentum is in favor of the flight. The wind beneath their wings is this 39-yard pass. There's a very real chance that Victor Rojas could hit 100 yards receiving before we even hit halftime, folks. There's 7 whole minutes left in the second quarter. It's going to be a run up the gut for Tim, who gets absolutely blasted. Gets skinny, but not skinny enough. Babineau is there to meet him in the hole, and you lose that Oklahoma drill every time when you've got your weight shifted like that. Everyone in the home crowd is honestly lucky that Tim didn't put that ball on the ground. Great presence of mind. I front here, 2 receivers to the left. Philadelphia showing pressure, possibly a corner blitz. Caduti going in motion to the right side. Wasting time. Blitz coming. Throwing to the left side. Wide open is Rojas. Touchdown San Jose. And a blitz all backfires for Philadelphia as Brady White picks up the blitz, reads what's happening, and hits the open man in stride. And what can you say except sometimes you gamble and sometimes the gamble pays off, sometimes it doesn't. This one absolutely blows up in Philadelphia's face. San Jose more than happy to take advantage. It's one of those that, you know, it happens. You learn your lesson. You probably don't call that again in the future, but that does put Victor Rojas right at the 100 yards receiving marker with 6:23 left to go here in the first half. 11 play, 93-yard drive from San Jose, looking to defend the nest. Philadelphia's got field pressure to respond here. 2-1 against 1-2. They don't want to lose the rematch. They would like to join New York at 3-1. Great return here from Shelton, trying to get over to the edge, not quite able to get there before he's brought down from behind, but still brings the return out to the 34-yard line. 2 returns, 78 yards so far. See how many more yards he racks up over the course of this football game. Skimizniak now down instead of ahead. He had a good overall drive last time, but wasn't able to actually get into the end zone. 3 receivers now against a nickel front. Ace for Philadelphia. Udon in the backfield. Will be a toss play left side. Great blocking by the receivers. Udon gets to the edge, gets quick 6 yards. And he does put a little spin move on that I think is a little uncharacteristic. I'm used to that man throwing his shoulder in or doing a stiff arm. Second and 4, strong eye. Will be another run here. Rashawn Williams gets blown up after only about a yard. Luis Quintana, an absolute menace and runs coverage, is there to make the stop on time and on target. So now with 3rd and 3 here. It's an obvious running situation. Will they? Yes, Skimizniak. No, they will do a draw play. Udon gets the call and gets the chains moved, but they used the misdirection here, and I absolutely love that play calling. That's setting up the fact that you can play on the expectations of your opponent. You can predict their predictions, and you can outthink them. This time the draw works to perfection. Sean Williams now in the backfield. 2 receivers out there on the right side. Skimizniak will pass on first down. Throwing to the right side, almost intercepted. The big hands were outstretched, but they went off the fingertips. Unfortunate for the flight, but Skimizniak gets away with one there. 2nd and 10. And you got to have a short memory as a quarterback, but at the same time, you want to remember what just happened and not make that mistake again. Shelton's in the slot here. No, never mind. They'll send Bonitz in motion to put each receiver out on the island, left and right. Goodman will cover Bonitz. Time for Skimizniak. No, he tries to roll, but rolls too far backwards, and he gets absolutely eaten alive by Harley Wilson, who comes off the edge. What a sack for San Jose. Now it's 3rd and a mile. And it's a great attempt at blocking here, but Skimizniak, rather than stepping up in the pocket, chooses to backpedal because he feels it starting to crumble. It doesn't collapse, but it does get cramped, so he tries to get space, and he gets punished for it. 4 receivers now, 3 on the left side. 3rd and 15. It's going to be a pass. Skimizniak with time. The blocking is there. The deep throw is uncorked. Jamar Shelton with the reception. First down, Philadelphia. And they will move inside the red zone with what can only be described as exceptional blocking alongside a great read and just too much time for this offense to work with, especially against zone coverage. Weak eye set here from Philly. 2 receivers on the left-hand side against a 4-3 from San Jose. Blitz coming, but it's a toss left side. A linebacker is out of position, but another man takes his place. Ramnar Sudi comes down to fill the void that is left by Luis Quintana gambling on the outside and missing his tackle. It could have been a TFL. It could have been a huge gain. Instead, it's only 1 yard Football is weird sometimes, folks. I love it. 2nd and 9. John Osmosis turning an eye into a strong eye. 2 receivers on the right-hand side. A pass play for Skomizniak. The blocking is there. He'll decide to run. He tries to spin. Ramnar Sudi is once again the man of the hour. Johnny on the spot. No, excuse me, that's Bobby Green. Linebacker, safety, 42 and 43. They're both about the same height, 6'2 and 6'4. So excuse me for missing that one, fellas. 3rd and 7 here. 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. It's not a trips. Or it's not bunch, it's trips. But that's a big hit as he tries to get the football out. And what a play by San Jose's front 4. It's Chloe Meerkat who absolutely blasts Skomizniak and prevents that from going anywhere. So now from the 28-yard line, Tupa is sent out to punt again. San Jose's already been pinned deep in their own territory once before, and they managed a 93-yard drive to score in 3:32. Now it's 3:02 left on the clock. They've got all 3 timeouts, and they're inside their own 10 yet again. Deja vu. What will Brady White do this time? It's not enough time to really utilize the run game or lean on it. Tim in the backfield going in motion to an offset position. It's going to be a pass for White, who has pressure coming at him. He hits his man on the edge. That's a great reception for Louis Caduti, who does not get out of bounds but does get 6 yards. 2nd and 4. The clock continuing to wind down. San Jose really choosing to take time off the clock here. It makes sense. They're going to use that 2-minute warning as an extra timeout. You don't want to give Philadelphia a chance to come back and score in case something goes wrong. A weak eye set, tight end on the left side, but they'll send Sanj in motion to the strong side. Run to the weak. A guard is pulling. All kinds of traffic in motion, but there's enough of way cleared for Ace Ketchum to get 3 yards. 3rd and 1 here. Play clock is about 15 seconds ahead of the game clock. I think we'll get one more play before this 2-minute warning hits us. 3rd and 1 here. Philadelphia stacking the box. The blitz is coming. Ant Tim is met at the line, and he's blown up. Nixon Cooper stuffs him cold. And that will be your 2-minute warning, folks. San Jose, up by a touchdown, just gets stuffed deep in their own territory. Philadelphia did some incredible adjustments on this drive. Didn't force a 3-and-out, but forced it after only 1 first down. So that puts them with the potential to gain incredible field position here because both teams lack contract kickers or punters. Punt is away. It's a big boot, but it's still brought across the 50-yard line. Miranda Dumas there brings it across 50-yard line and will start and so now Philadelphia will start the drive in the 2-minute drill with all 3 timeouts. Skomizniak with options. Got several receivers who have looked for the ball today. He's gotten Jamar Shelton involved. He's gotten Toby Bonus involved. Haven't called Lada McBrownski yet. Have called Goosebusters once. Haven't called Jonathan Kilgore. We'll see him soon, I'm sure. McBrownski in motion. 2 receivers out there. Tight end. Strong eye set from the 48-yard line. Against a nickel front. Skomizniak will operate. Throwing up the seam. Looking for Goosebusters, but there's a big hit levied by Bobby Green in coverage, who said, nope, you're not going to get that one for free. So the ball falls to the turf. Philadelphia is more than happy to take a passing heavy approach here because every run will force them to use a timeout. There's no point in running here. 3 receivers out on the field. Single back. It will be a run here. Udon, actually. It'll be a very stiff run at that. 7 yards gained. Neither team wants to call the timeouts here. Both of them want to save it. But if we see a first down here, Philadelphia will call the timeout. If we see the stuff, San Jose will call the timeout. But for now, both teams playing chicken with the play clock. Toss play to the right side. Room to run for Williams, who gets the first down and more. Timeout, Philadelphia. That will stop the clock with 1:19 left. And now they're well inside enemy territory, but they've been here twice and been forced to punt. 3 receivers set. Udon in the backfield. Kilgore on the right side of the formation. Shelton in motion. Looks to be a zone coverage nickel front from San Jose. Toss or run play to the right side. Trying to get Udon on the gap or on the outside gap, but nowhere to go. He's absolutely swallowed up by the linebacking core. That's another timeout called by Philadelphia. Three receivers set for Skamizniak. Single back, Udon is back there. Kilgore this time going from the left side to the right side. Looking to see what is there. Another zone nickel scheme from San Jose. Skamizniak with time. Throwing up the center. Kilgore finally gets involved. And that's a big first down. Now they're within field goal range. And that's Philadelphia's final timeout. Three receivers set for Skamizniak. 2 on the right-hand side. It will be another pass. All kinds of time. Throwing, looking for Bonus over the middle, but it's almost intercepted. Batted at, bouncing off of the fingers of a very specific linebacker, the new guy, Bobby Green, who's been great for San Jose last week and once again making his presence known. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers in total. This is a familiar formation for Philly. They are loving this single back. It's going to be a pass again to the flat. Kilgore makes the reception and then steps out of bounds. Can't turn up field to move the chains, but they'll settle for getting it out of bounds and for a tiny gain. Anything to make the distance a little shorter. Just to make the kick that much easier. There's no wind in domes, but it still can be tricky for these contract kickers. 4 receivers and a single back. Kilgore in motion. Now overloading the right side. It's a dime zone scheme for San Jose. Passes going out there. It's off the hands of Jamar Shelton, who turns around, tries to elevate, but isn't able to reach it. And there's a big hit levied by San Jose's secondary as well to ice that attempt cold. So Philadelphia has to settle for a 34-yard attempt here within range of non-contract kicker's legs. We just got to see if he gets it through. It is up, and it will split the uprights. Philadelphia makes it shave the lead down to 4 here, as that one will go up, and we see how it just is a nice, easy, straightforward one. No wind, no shanking here. But now 56 seconds left. There's an opportunity for San Jose to strike if they decide to get the ball down the field with aplomb. Brady White has not been asked to make a whole bunch of deep shots, but he's taken a few anyways, and they have been, largely speaking, very successful. Return here for San Jose. Doesn't go for a lot, but goes for enough. Aiden Teixeira there on the return. Brings it out to the 26. And folks, I have a simple question for you. Have you bought your tickets to the SFL convention yet? If you haven't, why haven't you? The 2025 convention kicks off the league's 25th anniversary, July 10th to the 14th. We're at the Hyatt Regency in Baltimore's Inner Harbor, or at the rooftop pool as well. Come on, you can reserve your tickets right now at the special group rate. It's on simfl.net. Run play off the left side for Gonzalez, who manages to struggle forward for about 3. And doesn't look like San Jose is going to elect to take a timeout here. They're more than happy to have the lead heading into the half. That makes sense. I believe that it was the case that they are going to be getting the ball after the half here. So there's no reason to do anything stupid, at least not until it's guaranteed to be the last play of the game. Singh in the backfield, motioning to an offset fullback position. Will be a run for Gonzalez up the gut to ice this one. We may see one more play if San Jose's feeling froggy, but I don't think we will. But it's been a good game so far for both teams, both offenses having moments, defenses also having moments. No turnovers by either side just yet. But that will be your first half of action. San Jose so far leading the visiting Cougars, and it is a close one so far. It's a one-score ball game, 14-10. And so far, I've got to say I'm impressed by both quarterbacks. Brady White to Victor Rojas has been an absolutely destructive connection so far today. Skamizniak also doing incredible work. His favorite target's got to be either Toby Bonitz or Jamar Shelton. He's been hitting both of those guys frequently and with accuracy. But really, it's Brady White who's been the most impressive so far today with how often he's been able to connect with Rojas. We'll see which of these two quarterbacks is able to outduel the other. But so far, it's Brady White's game, and the home crowd is behind him all the way. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got a second half here in moments in beautiful Thunderbird Field. And once again, in the second half of action, I am your play-by-play commentator, your analyst, your dictator-in-chief, your benevolent, fearless leader, Alex West. And you are all locked in here with me. You're not allowed to go anywhere. We're already in the second half. You're chained to your desk at this point, right? Your popcorn's there. If not, text somebody. Get popcorn delivered. Return will be made here by Teixeira, who gets a spin move on there and manages to bring this one out to the 36. Much better the second time around, learning something from their fellow receivers who have been on the return duties. So now Brady White has an opportunity with a 3-point lead to try and make it a 2-score ball game. Philadelphia hopefully has made some adjustments in what they are, and based on what they've seen in this first half, to try and compensate for how San Jose was able to move the ball in the first 2 quarters of play. Single back, 2 receivers to the left, both tight ends on the right side. Run to the right for Gonzalez. Tight ends leading the way. Gonzalez with the rumbling run. What a big figure for someone who's 6'1", 230. Yep, that's a bowling ball right there. 2nd and 3 after the great 7-yard rush to start and set some tempo. I formation with 2 returns to the right. Gonzalez again, who gets brought down after only a yard. Too much traffic. Nowhere for him to actually slip between. 3rd and 2 here. It looks like a running situation, but you could pass if you wanted to. Looks like they will opt for the run. Philadelphia expecting it. Stacking the box. 4-man front. Blitz coming. Up the middle. Ace Ketchum has room. The push is there. Philadelphia gambled that the run would be coming left, but instead the halfback dive through the A gap catches him wrong-footed. Absolutely no one there to stop the short yardage gain. It takes Cronkworthy, the free safety, coming down to actually make that tackle after about a 4-yard gain. San Jose now operating off their own logo, off of enemy territory, in fact. Single back, 2 receivers to the left, tight ends on either side. It'll be another run up the gut for Aunt Tim, who gets a quick 6 yards before another safety has to make the difference. This time it's Kev Say Jr. making the stop. And so far, San Jose in the second half has been happy to run the ball down Philly's throat. Philly looking to respond with what looks to be a 4-4 against an eye. Blitz coming, and oh my goodness, Speedy Gonzalez is absolutely swallowed up in the backfield. Luis Quintana, or no, not Luis Quintana, that's Aaron Collins, 6'4", 250. Meeting him in the hole and winning the Oklahoma drill on that one. 3rd and 4, 3 receivers. Brady White will pass. Left side almost intercepted off the hands of Kev Say Jr., who had his eyes locked on that one all the way. What an adjustment. And so a promising drive that got to about got past midfield is stalled out after some incredible secondary play. The run got the flight here when the pass is what dominated their game plan in the first half. So what a change of expectations, as the return will not go for much. Miranda Dumas trying to get the return there, only gets it out to the 19-yard line. So now we will see what Skamizniak and company have come up with for this second half. Philadelphia is 2-1 with a win over San Jose. And over New York, San Jose's sole win is over Boston. Run to the right side for Udon, who manages to pick up about 2 before he gets brought down. And just a few too many bodies there for him to actually do some of his trademark power running. Throwing out to Rashawn Williams now in the backfield on 2nd and 8. It feels like a moment to look to Skamizniak, though. I set. Kilgore on the left side of the formation. Run up the gut for Williams, who has lead blockers galore, gets pushed down from the front and then more shoved from behind. Falls forward for about a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 5 here. Playbook is open, but it's going to be a single back with 2 receivers to the left against a nickel front. San Jose gambling that it's the pass. It will be the pass. Defending well, but it's Goosebusters who manages to find the soft spot behind the linebackers and under the safeties to move the chains. And you see right here, it's Bobby Green who's in the underneath coverage, who tries to get a hand up there, who elevates, but he just can't get high enough. But Busters does have that reach on him. 6'4" for both guys, but just a little more experience for the returning rookie Busters makes the difference there. 1st and 10 from an I set. Skamizniak with time, throwing to the flat, gets Udon in space, in stride, manages to get a quick 6-yard pickup, and that feels good. It's one of those things where you really do want to make sure your quarterback doesn't get cold by throwing so many tough passes where it's a 50-50 ball. 4-3 front against an I set. Run play coming. They'll send Busters in motion from the right to the left side of the formation. Kilgore is way out left as his receiver. Oh no, Skamizniak will pass. And he throws to the left side. Kilgore in the one-on-one against Goodman manages to come up with that one. There's a safety that also tried to get involved, but it didn't matter. Jonathan Kilgore, the absolute menace at 6'6", 265, moves the chains in a big way. Look at how that one was rifled in there. Skamizniak may not have a touchdown today, but it's coming, I tell you. He's got too much zip on that ball today to be out of the end zone all night. We're almost halfway through this 3rd quarter. San Jose creeping up, showing blitz, showing press. It will be a blitz. It'll be a run for Udon that's absolutely swallowed up in the backfield. The flight swarm, and they flock together to bring him down. No gain. And 2nd and 10 here. Skamizniak's going to operate out of the eye. 2 receivers to his right side. 38-yard line. Back to pass. Throwing right side. Intercepted! Going the other way! And that's a heads-up play by Dustin Sokasi, who finally leaves his mark on this football game. Been wondering where he is. Been hoping to see him in some highlights, but here he matches up against Toby Bonitz. Reads the underneath route the whole way. Knows it's coming and jumps it. That's just incredible job eating film. So now San Jose will take over from the 38-yard line. Familiar formations for both teams, but Philadelphia is stacking the line, looking to send the pressure. It'll be a run. Tim gets swallowed up in the backfield, blown up and brought down by Zachary Babineau with the TFL. Cougars not saying die here. They don't care that something bad just happened on offense. The defense is here and ready to lay the hits, lay the wood. The intentions are bad and the men are badder. This rivalry matchup is hot as hell, as that's an incredible completion. Victor Rojas elevating to snag that one out of the sky. And it's really the Victor Rojas and Jamar Shelton show whenever it comes to a passing attack. Not that other receivers haven't gotten involved for both squads, but it's the 6'6" guys that are coming up with all the receptions. Who'd have thunk? Being taller makes it easier for quarterbacks to throw you passes. 1st and 10, eyes formation, toss play to the right for Ketchum, who lowers his shoulder, pushes down a blocker, but gets met after the line of scrimmage by Kev State Jr., barely gets 2 yards, and he has to get him the hard way. An unusual single back set here from San Jose. Be a pass for Brady. All kinds of time. Throwing to his right side. And look who it is. Number 17, 6'6" again. This man has got to be stopped. You got to double team him. You got to have coverage options all over him. Because when you don't, he's going to find the soft spot in the zone. And he's so big that Brady White is literally never going to not see him. 6'5", throwing to 6'6". It's not like there's a 5'10" quarterback who's being dwarfed by his lineman back there. 1st and 10 from the 33. Run up the gut, but he's absolutely blown up. Nowhere to go. Babineau is there. 2nd and 9 here. Now finally getting to about 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and this 3rd quarter, despite the explosion of offense in this first half, has been entirely quiet. The draw play gets somewhere. Tim manages to break 1 tackle, but gets met after he crosses the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a couple more gained. Now it's 3rd and 4 here. The playbook is wide open, but you cannot take a sack. You want to try and push a little more forward here. You want to get the ball further down the field, because if you can kick a field goal, if you have to settle for one, that makes it a touchdown game instead of Philadelphia being able to take the lead with a touchdown. Brady White will pass. All kinds of time. Throwing over the middle. Hits his man in stride. There's a soft spot in the linebackers and the safeties, but guess who's there to fill it? Victor Rojas once again gets behind, sees the space, and fills it. Cronkworthy is the underneath coverage there, doing his best, but finds himself out of position because of just how long Brady has to operate there. So now it's 1st and 10 from the 11, practically 1st and goal. Eye set, handoff up the middle. Tim gets met after only about a yard. Cronkworthy making up for getting beat on that last play by saying, "No way, no how, you stop here." From the 10-yard line, trying again. Same eye set, a little bit different in the receiver setup. Philadelphia absolutely stacking the box. Going in motion is Rodney Smith. Be a run up the gut, but nowhere to go for Speedy Gonzalez. The attempts to block were there. Sanj Singh was the lead blocker, but there were so many Cougars in the box. Too many cats in the box. You just can't have it happen. Schrodinger's blitz. They're everywhere, but they didn't blitz until they knew it was a run. Bunch formation to the right. Single receiver to the left against a nickel. Pass defense is back there. Brady White has time. Throwing deep. Almost intercepted. Batted out of the sky by Kev State Jr. 4th down. Cougars come up with a huge stop. Very close to the goal line. Inside the red zone. They force San Jose to settle for the field goal. And we will see if their non-contract kicker has the goods. Kick is up. And good. A 4-point game becomes a 7-point game in San Jose. While they aren't happy to have to settle for a field goal, they'll take extending the lead any day of the week. As it happens, it's Thursday, and it's almost always on Thursday, but we will have some games coming up this season that are on a Wednesday or on a Tuesday, folks. So make sure you're checking the schedule on a regular basis, or else you'll find yourself missing one. Kick is up. Shelton will return it. Gets it across the 30-yard line. Looking to the outside. Flag will throw. Possibly holding or clipping here. We'll see what the refs say they saw. Looks like it will be a clipping call. So an otherwise decent return. Get some yards knocked off of it. So now Philly will have to settle for taking over from the 22. Skimizniak under center, out of the eye. San Jose meeting him with a 4-3. Blitz is coming. Skimizniak will pass. Will throw to the short route. Oh no, intercepted. What a heartbreaker. Bobby Green read that one like a book. And Skimizniak has disaster strike not once but twice. And what can be said except this is just a crossing route. There's too much traffic in the middle. And it's not even that Bobby Green was originally defending that crossing route. His job was actually to sit there in coverage on Goose Busters. But it was the attempt to throw to Lada McBrownski, who was crossing, that left it basically right in front of Bobby Green's hands. An unfortunate turn of events for Philadelphia. So we a handoff to the fullback, the halfback, Ace Ketchum. Split back formation gets me confused on who's who back there. 2-yard gain for San Jose, but this field position is so excellent. It's hard to imagine that they won't take advantage. It'll have to be a great job by the Philly defense to push this flight line backwards. You cannot let them gain a first down if you want to keep it a one-score ball game. Brady White will pass to left side. Rojas in space. First down and then some. And this is just too easy. He's big. He's bad. He cuts to the outside. Brady White's looking his way all day, and why wouldn't you? He's been so sure-handed. 10 targets, 9 receptions, 159 yards. On track for 200 yards through the air. And folks, we haven't even, this has not been a 5-wide spam situation like New York did earlier in the slot. A great job by Zach Benjamin, the play caller in that one, to generate such a unique playbook with great effects. But all the same, it's almost just as good passing attack here. And that will be your third quarter in the books. San Jose is in the lead by a score, looking to make it 2. Well, get your 4s up in chat, folks. That's right, I told you to get your 4s up in chat. Didn't I mention I'm your dictator? I'm your commissioner, Alex West here, the only man in the booth, and that means no one can stop me now. I've gone mad with power. Handoff up the gut for Tim, who gets stopped after about 4 yards gained. 3rd and 6 here now, but it's already too late to stop a 2-score ball game unless you manage to get a forced fumble or a turnover of some kind right here. So now it's just, can Philly pick off Brady White? Bunch to the left side. Looks to be a quarters look or maybe a dime odd. It will be a pass for White. Looking to the end zone, almost intercepted off the mitts of Eaton Moss, who nearly saved a scoring drive, but instead they have to settle for forcing a field goal here. And it's incredible coverage here by Moss, who reads Smith going to the back of the end zone all the way. If he's not there to cut that off, then that's an incredible falling catch for Rodney Smith. And you know that San Jose is heartbroken to see an otherwise beautiful ball by Brady White get brought to the turf. 28-yard attempt here for San Jose's kicker, who will send this one through the uprights, nice and simple. 6-play, 17-yard drive after the incredible interception by Bobby Green, the inside linebacker. San Jose not able to score a touchdown, but still able to extend their lead to 10. 9:30 here left in the fourth quarter. Blink and you miss it type stuff over here, folks. Kick is away. Return will be made. Once again, Jamar Shelton getting a lot of work here in the return game. Lowers his shoulder, pushes forward, and gets it out to the 36-yard line. I'm really impressed by Jamar Shelton's tenacity and physical toughness on these kick returns. 120 yards so far. He's more than happy to just give it all he's got and lower the shoulder. You love to see it. What you don't love to see, though, is that whenever it gasses him and he has to take a play on the sideline. I mean, McBrownski out to the left-hand side. No, that's Toby Bonus. 36-yard line here. Skimizniak under center. will roll to his left, throws to his left. McBrownski in space. The man-on-man look. McBrownski on the crossing route. But it's the throw by Skimizniak that's perfectly led to give Latham and only Latham a chance to catch that football. Skimizniak with 2 interceptions on the night here, but they've been some freaky ones. Very uncharacteristic for him. He's better than that. He still has a chance to lead his team on a comeback. He'll hand it off to Udon, who'll get to 3rd and 1 here. Tension is thick. Crowd on their feet. It'll be a delayed handoff to Rashawn Williams, who manages to bull his way across. It's like he's got a bull bar on there. Someone check and see if he's got legal equipment. Some big pads, I tell you. 1st and 10 here. I set. 2 receivers to the right. Will be a pass. But Skimizniak has pressure coming. Has to throw it. Shelton in space. Behind the linebackers once again. The safeties aren't there. And it's an incredible pitch and catch for Philly, who has another huge gain on the books for Skimizniak. I tell you, this man will not be kept out of the end zone all night. Jamar Shelton with 2 catches for 25 yards each. What an average yards per catch for you. 1st and 10. I again against a 4-3. Sending a man in motion. It'll be a pass play once again. Skimizniak being called upon. Toby Bonitz gets absolutely lit up. There's double coverage there, and it's a dangerous one to be letting loose. Very lucky that Luis Quintana didn't have a chance to make a play on that football. 2nd and 10. But you're at the 27-yard line. You only need a handful of yards to get within range of your kicker. You just need a handful. I set here. It will be another pass for Skimizniak, who's getting blitzed, but he throws up and oh no, Osmosis was up the seam, and he made this catch on this exact play on the first drive of the game, but now he drops it. Heartbreak. He feels that one deep in his soul. You can see how he knows he let his team down there, and he feels awful about it. Now it's a huge pressure moment. 3rd and 10. 3 receivers to the right. One of those is Jonathan Kilgore. They'll send Shelton in motion to make it 2 and 2. It's a dime look for San Jose. Everyone knows it's a pass, and it is a pass. Left side, it's a slit route up the middle. Oh my God, Bonitz has some separation and moves the chains. The drive is alive. And what I think I'm most impressed about here is not the route run by Bonitz, because that's perfectly acceptable. It's the composure shown by Mike Skimizniak under center. He feels the blitz coming off both edges, but still delivers a strike. First and 10 here out of the eye. It's a nickel set, but it's a run for Udon, who gets met after only 2 yards because Remnar Sudi sniffed that run out before the ball was even snapped. He was creeping up from his normal safety position. He crept down to where he was practically at linebacker. This flight defense have really watched some game film, I tell you that. Toss to the left side for Udon, who once again gets mad after only a couple of yards. I tell you, San Jose knows what's coming. They understand what Philly's playbook consists of. They've used this first 3 quarters to do all kinds of intelligence gathering, and now the defensive coordinator has figured out what he needs to do. Can they make a stop here? 3rd and 6. Inside the 10-yard line. Bonitz in motion from right to left. Kilgore, the only receiver on the right side. Time for Skimizniak. Throwing right side. Broken tackle by Goosebusters, and he pushes his way to the end zone. Who you gotta call? Touchdown, Philadelphia! Pardon me while I clear my throat after that one. This is just an incredible job by Goosebusters, who I didn't even see was an eligible receiver as he was on the line. The disguise there, he does a short forward, cuts outside. The ball is on time, but it's the broken tackle, the extra effort, the determination to give your team everything you've got, and he puts them within 4. Kick is up, and it's good. And now the difference is only a field goal. 10-play, 63-yard drive. And now, Philadelphia's defense, having made some stops, having given up some scoring drives, it's now big pressure time. San Jose, with the lead, has the option and opportunity to go run heavy, but that has not been very successful for them over the course of this football game. See if there's some adaptations here to be made. But it's tension in the air. There's pressure. So much pressure on this Philadelphia Cougars defense to come up with a stop and fast. Because even though you have all 3 timeouts, you cannot let the flight work this clock. You cannot let yourself be put up against the wall. You cannot let yourself be run over. There's a team that's well built to stop the run in the minor leagues, though. It's definitely this Cougars squad with that menacing linebacker core. Dive front pressure coming. Brady White somehow gets that one away. He hits Teixeira for his first reception. Welcome to the SFLm. That's quite a moment to show up, sir. This route is one-on-one. The cornerback is back there in kind of it looks like it's a zone look, but it's just a simple breaking route, a simple timing route that's taking advantage of that sagging off coverage. Brady White somehow only just now getting over 200 yards despite bombing it out to Victor Rojas. Run up the gut for Tim. Gets about 5 yards. And something to talk about with Rojas is the last time I saw his receiving yards, he had 159, I believe. So with 209 yards of total passing so far for Brady White, that means that everything except 50 yards have been at the hands of one man. Get some more bodies on him, would you? Run to Ace Ketchum, who picks up about 3 yards, and this is San Jose's game plan now is obviously run the clock, pound the rock. Body blow after body blow. Just drain that clock for all it's worth. You have the lead, so it'll be a run to the right side. Stacking the line are the Cougars, but it's not enough. They gamble inside, but Tim takes it outside and moves the chains. Flight flying high so far in home confines. The nest is rocking. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simfl.net. Quick 1 yard gain goes for no yard gain. Speedy Gonzalez gets met at the line of scrimmage, but if you want to get on the field yourself, you can start your player today by joining our Discord server at simfl.net. Click the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just to meet the stars of the SFL and SFLm on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved. 2nd and 10, split backs, but they'll send Gonzalez in motion. 3 receivers. It's a handoff up the gut for Ketchum, who gets run down, chased down, and swarmed. Cougars not letting their prey run away that easily. So now from 3rd and 5 here, it seems like a passing situation, but you could choose to just run the football here and take what time off the clock that'll give you. See what San Jose decides out of the split spread package. Blitz coming off the weak side, strong side. A pass to Teixeira on the right, who gets another completion in contact. The chains are moved once again, and the drive is still alive. Aiden Teixeira coming up huge in the 4th quarter. Eaton Moss with a deeper coverage assignment, and it's just heartbreak for Philadelphia, who have been getting killed on that pass to that side. Twice on this drive. Single back. Receivers on either side of the football. Toss to the right for Ketchum, who will get swallowed up. Breaks a tackle, though. Moving forward. And almost to the end zone. Steps out of bounds. The clock will stop, but it's from the 2-yard line, and the flight are soaring. What incredible blocking here. The pitch, the broken tackle by Ketchum, who gives an extra effort, throws out the stiff arm, but doesn't just run forward. He's pushed out of bounds by the force of Babineau. Not able to keep his footing. So now he's from the 1. Goal line against goal line. Hands on the ground. It's time for a car crash, folks. No! Brady White will pass. Pressure is coming. Throws short. Oh, out of the hands. A huge hit by the only Aaron Collins, who knew that Rodney Smith was there underneath watching him the whole way. It could have been a great touchdown catch for Rodney Smith, but now whenever there's a linebacker there. 2nd and goal. Will it be a car crash this time? Big push up front. Philadelphia broadcasting blitz, but no, it's going to be a run this time. Ketchum waltzes into the end zone with a sky-high dive. Philadelphia sagged back in coverage, and San Jose takes advantage to extend their lead. And what I really love about this drive as a whole is how often that San Jose was able to take advantage of the run. The pass had been well set up over the course of the first 3 quarters, but now in crunch time with the need to drain clock, they not only drain clock, they also extend their lead back to a 10-point advantage. Now all pressure is on Philadelphia, who are going to have to score, get a stop, they're going to need to score in seconds, because a 3-minute 8-second drive with 10 plays on it that extends the lead back to 10 is an absolute backbreaker for Philadelphia. It's not over yet, but the Cougars are still in it, and an animal is at its most dangerous when it's cornered. Shelton up the gut. Gets to the 34-yard line this time. An absolute machine in return game. But really, it's not about the return game unless you're getting it out past the 40 at this point. These kickers are not making long-distance field goals. And with it being 10 points, one field goal is not enough to make a difference. You need a touchdown and a field goal. First and 10 here, 3 receivers. Skomizniak will pass, hits Kilgore. Kilgore elevates for that one. 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3, and it's a hurry-up offense from Philly. More Skomizniak to the right side. Bonitz this time getting this reception. Dustin Sokasi on the tackle. Bonitz with 85 receptions so far, or 85 yards so far. To the right side this time. Shelton catches it and steps out of bounds to stop the clock and give the Philly offense a chance to reset. 2nd and 7, but look how far they've come. And yet they're already well across midfield, almost to the 40-yard line. This is what you need if you're going to manage a comeback here. They still have all 3 timeouts. The 2-minute warning hasn't even hit yet. 3 receivers here. Shelton being put in motion. A nickel front for San Jose, who look to be showing a zone. And it'll be a pass for Skomizniak. Left side this time. Trying to hit Lada McBrownski, but instead, that one's a little off target. It's an incredible job as well by Stephen Goodman, who knows exactly where he can stand and how he can deviate that receiver's route legally with a little bit of hand check. 4 receivers out there this time. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. One of those receivers on the left is Kilgore. A dime look for San Jose. No blitz. Left side pass. Bonitz in space. Spin move. Gets a huge gain, and they're inside the red zone. 110 receiving yards for Toby. Same formation. Hurry up. Pass. Kilgore tries to catch it, but it gets absolutely lit up. Luis Quintana says, "No way, Jose." Over the middle. We'll leave that one to the imagination. 2:06 left. Still a 2-minute warning left to go as a free timeout. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, single back. Udon in the backfield. A huge play by McBrownski. It's up the slot. and he makes a jumping catch. And there's your 2-minute warning. Philadelphia storming forwards on the 2. I am your play-by-play commentator and Commissioner Alex West, and I'm on the edge of my seat. Do you even need the seat back? I need some popcorn. Skimisiak throwing to the right side, and it's complete. Shelton goes to the shoestrings and touchdown. Philadelphia is still alive. I don't even know how to describe what I just saw outside of a minor miracle. Shelton having to go all the way to the ground and catch it like he's catching a baby, cradling that one to his chest. And now this extra point is critical. You make this one, you're within a field goal. It is up and it will split straight forward. Thank goodness we're in a dome. 8 plays, 66 yards, 57 seconds. Looks like Philadelphia will kick this one away. Nope, they're onside. They have all 3 timeouts, and they know that San Jose doesn't have a kicker. Why not? Let's get weird with it. It'll be a flag. Illegal touching. San Jose sure to decline as they recover this one. But it's an unlucky bounce for Philadelphia. Oh no, San Jose will accept this one. And they'll elect to push the kickoff further back. They know that Philly needs to get the onside here, so they will take the superior field position. And this one goes forward straight at the return team, who snag it out of the sky. It's Curley there, who puts it, who catches that one, denies Philadelphia's hopes. And now, from the 25-yard line, San Jose has the opportunity to put this one to bed. Feels like a run-heavy moment. Just make Philadelphia use all 3 of the timeouts, try and push forward. They haven't stopped the run so far very well tonight. If you can get within range of a field goal, you can ice this one for sure. Weak eye set. Tim on the line of scrimmage for this one. Run to the left side for Ketchum. Oceans of space, but no, there's a hole wide open, but Aaron Collins reads the room, sees the block scheme, and splits between it. Timeout Philly. Only 2 yards gained. Still within field goal range, but only just. And also, I just redid my math, and given that it's a 3-point ball game, a field goal does not provide very much security to San Jose here. They want a touchdown. I set here, 2 tight ends left side, up the gut for Ketchum, who does a spin move to get some extra space. Somehow puts his shoulder into Kev State Jr., rolls over the top of him. 4 yards gained when it should have been maybe 1. Now it's 3rd and 2 from the 21-yard line, well within range of your kickers. And San Jose faithful are happy, but they aren't breathing a sigh of relief just yet. They need this first down. 3rd and 2, box stacked on 4-3. It's a handoff. Ketchum with space. No, he's blown up in the backfield. Philadelphia swarms to the football, calls their last timeout, and that's a TFL. Now it's iffy. Now it's a little bit sketchy. This field goal won't even make a difference in the final score. Well, it'll make a difference in the final score in terms that it'll change what it is, but it will not change that Cougars need a touchdown to take the lead. The option to tie the game with a field goal is gone. San Jose has now put Philly in a do or die position. And they've been here already, folks. Skimizniak's already led a 57-second drive to score a touchdown. But that was with the cushion of 3 timeouts. That was when there was the possibility of him throwing or running. Now it's all air all the time, and everyone knows it. Return here for Shelton. The season run man. His legs aren't tired yet. And he brings it out to the 34. He's pretty reliable. 34 to the 36-yard line unless he breaks it loose. Only a handful of seconds off the game clock on this return. Field position is Well, it's pretty good. All eyes on number 4. No pressure, Mike. Let's see what you got. The returning rookie looking to rise above. 3 receivers. He will pass. Throwing left side. Hitting in the narrow window. Ladham McBrowski. Hurry up offense underway. Same formation. I'm seeing Kilgore on the left side of this line. It's going to be another pass. This time it is Kilgore in the flat who runs out of bounds. 2nd and 8. Only 2 yards gained. But you know what? That is a clock stoppage that you didn't have to spike to get. It's so important to get the most out of every play that you can. And spikes are one of the worst ways to have to stop the clock. You don't have any timeouts left, but you do whatever you gotta. Strong eye set here. 3 receivers on the field. Throwing to the right side is Kmizniak. McBrowski again. Coming up clutch on this final drive. And now, as they've gotten closer, Philadelphia will choose to take a little bit of time off the clock because now, with how close they've gotten, they're suddenly aware of how they can score here. And if they do score, San Jose has all 3 timeouts. It's a fine tightrope to walk, folks. Let's see him do it. Strong eye. 2 receivers on the right. 4-3 from San Jose. It's a handoff to Frank Udon, who has all kinds of space. Quick 6-yard gain, and that'll be a hurry up. 2nd and 4. You could spike it here if you wanted. They won't. They'll ask Kmizniak to throw. He'll hit Bonitz, but Bonitz will get hit in return. Dustin Sakasi says, not in my house. 3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line. Folks, if this isn't good football, I don't know what you call it. Kmizniak out of quads. Williams in the backfield. They will send the extra receiver in motion. 3 on the right side now. A dime look from San Jose. Crowd on their feet. Pass to the right side. Deep ball for Browski. Gets around Sakasi. And now it's the 2-yard line. The clock is still winding down. Pass. Kmizniak. End zone. No! Batted out of the sky. Ren-Narsudi had a chance to pluck it, but instead he bats it away from the 2. 10 seconds left. JW, find your heart medication. Come on, man, not like this. I still need you for more SFLm projects. 2nd and goal. Kmizniak will pass. Throws intercepted. Ren-Narsudi underneath puts this one to bed. San Jose has done it. How on earth? The pass, the attempt to hit. They was looking for McBrowski, who he'd hit so many times on this drive, and instead Ren-Narsudi was there. San Jose erupts in cheers. But you can't take a safety. From the 1, it'll be a handoff to Tim, who will put this one to bed. Ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, guys and gals, non-binary pals, what a game. San Jose defends the nest 30-24. The Cougars, in one of their toughest games, one of their toughest losses of the season. This one was competitive the whole way through. I don't even know what you can say outside of just that we got everything we wanted out of a ball game and then some. On both sides, both teams played valiantly. Both quarterbacks had exceptional nights. Kmizniak being asked to do so much heavy lifting tonight, but it's Brady White's efficiency and the fact that he had the lead fairly consistently, along with avoiding those interceptions, that may have made the ultimate difference here. My personal game ball, it's going to go to Brady White here. Actually, no, that's a lie. That's a dang lie, because there's a receiver here who makes up most of his passing yards, and we'll get to that in just a second here. Show you that man's numbers. 9 receptions for 159 yards is Victor Rojas. I believe that is the current SFLm record, unless there's a higher one in week 1 from Goodman to Goodman. There's that possibility there. All the same, thank you again, folks, for coming out tonight. I am Alex West, your commissioner, your dictator, your fearless leader. And right now I'm going to spend some time here to just get some of this stat information recorded. You can filter on out if you want, but while I do this, if anyone has any questions in the chat, I'm still here. So ask a question or two while I take a look. Again, this is just all about stats. And let me tell you, we had some stats tonight. Bobby Green with the double digits in tackles, 4 assists. Take a look at some of these tackle numbers. Some incredible work by both defensive units. This is one of those that went down to the wire. It was good the whole way through. And this is why I decided that this SFLm had to survive, folks. This is what it's all about. This is what made me take the job. And this was an absolute thrill to sit through. So I hope everyone had as good a time as I did tonight. Thanks so much. I've been your play-by-play. I've been your analyst. I've been your everything. I'm Alex West, and I hope you have a wonderful night.